everyone, how are we today? Just doing our all signs reading today, and we are going to be looking at career and finances. Okay, so I'm not actually splitting them up today, so we're just going to ask for the most important messages you need to know in regard to career and finances. So for some of you, this may show more career related stuff, whereas others, this is going to be more money related stuff. So take it as it resonates, guys. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. Leave a comment on one of my videos if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading. But getting into it, we will be taking timestamps. As always, you'll see me doing that. But I've got the Soul's Journey activation cards there, the lesson cards, as well as the Tanis lenormand. Okay. So getting started today with Aries. Okay, Aries, how are we today? All right, Aries, what does Aries need to know in regard to career and finances? Aries, career and finances for Aries. Okay, so we have love and courage, Aries. All right, so love says, I commit to the practice of seeing good in all things. So approaching your career, coming from a very heart space, the things that you're passionate about within your career, spending money on things that you love, having an aspect of love around you when it comes to your career and finances at this time. Even if that is just, I love saving money, or I love going to work so that I can make more money, really focusing on the love elements within you. For some of you, I do feel here, Aries, that this is talking about, spending money on the people that you love as well. I am just getting that intuitively there, that for some of you, that there's a need to, have some sort of, love aspect with career and finances. So it's feeling as though there's a need to, be spending money on somebody that you love, or somebody needs to, it just feels like there's somebody that you're connected to that does rely on that material connection, and they just sort of wanting a token of your love, so to speak. You don't have to go out and spend, $1,000 on this person or anything like that. I feel as though this person is just, they're someone who is a gift giver, and they understand love in the process of, material items. So maybe thinking about that for yourself here, Aries. We also have the courage card, which does say, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Okay, so there's something coming through with your career here, Aries, that you are going to need to, show courage in the face of unsurety. All right, there's something you're not sure about, and have, facing that head on with confidence and courage. All right, so I'll clarify with the lenormand, because it's just sort of not really clarifying itself to my intuition there. It's just feeling as though, like maybe you mess something up in the workplace, and you're sort of having to stand up and take responsibility for something that you've a mistake you've made at work or something along those lines. Okay, Aries, career and finances for our Aries, please. I did see this while I was shuffling as well, Aries. We do have the scythe there, which does talk about sudden break or changes from things, unexpected plot twists. So it's kind of feeling as though that's that courage thing, that there's something unexpected happening in the workplace, and it's all about having confidence and courage to face that change, regardless of wherever that sort of it's just feeling like it's going to leave you a little bit unsteady, unsure how to deal with that. But it is kind of letting us know that, it's just sort of a sudden unexpected change, and that we are going to need to face that unexpected change with courage here. We do have the masculine firstly, followed by the ship, and then the garden. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that it's mostly talking about your career space for you today, Aries. We are seeing that masculine energy, thinking things through very logically and rationally, not allowing emotions to take control within the workspace. Centering yourself in that aspect of, I have this passion for this job, this ambition here, but that I'm not going to let that get in the way of doing my job to the best of my abilities and facing everything in a very logical, rational way. We do also have the ship and the garden. Okay, so I do feel that for a lot of you, this is talking about traveling to some sort of a meeting. Okay, pardon me. The ship quite a lot of the time does talk about physical travel. So I do feel as though for some of you, you may be needing to, work away from home, from your normal, place of work. You may be needing to travel in order to attend some sort of a meeting or an event. The garden is a very social card, but it's also quite relaxing and whatnot as well. So I'm kind of getting the idea of things like team building experiences coming through with that. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a huge distance that you're traveling, interstate or anything like that, although you very well maybe with that ship energy here, but it's feeling like more along the lines of something, a team building kind of experience or some sort of having to run interviews and going to a different location to run interviews, traveling to some sort of meeting. You may be having to meet with a client or something along those lines as well in the near future. And once again, facing that with courage and confidence, even if you have to fake it till you make it, Aries. We are seeing that approaching it in a very logical, rational way and, being confident and courageous is going to see you through with the career stuff at this time. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Aries. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, but we will move on over to Taurus. How are we today, Taurus? Okay, Taurus, what does Taurus need to know in regard to career and finances? Taurus, career and finances for Taurus. Surrender and change, Taurus. So straight away, I'm feeling surrendering to the changes that are upcoming for you here. I can release my need to control. So needing to just relax a little bit, surrender and change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. I'll have a look when we get into the lenormand here. It does feel though that for you, Taurus, this is talking about finances rather than career. It does feel as though there's some sort of change occurring within your financial aspects, that you are just sort of needing to release a little bit of that control, not having to control every single little cent, allowing that change to happen, allowing things to grow and evolve. Sometimes it does mean, surrendering a little bit of control of some money. So I do feel as though here, for some of you, it's kind of surrendering some money to something like an investment or something along those lines, in order to, grow and evolve changes financially for yourself. But like I said, we'll have a look here with the lenormand as well, because that definitely could be, changes upcoming in the workplace as well. Taurus, career and finances for Taurus, please. Definitely money, I feel, Taurus. We do have the crossroad coming through first here. So there is some sort of upcoming choice or decision that you're going to be making here. We have the book. So with a financial sort of reading, it's definitely talking about something like doing your research, choosing to research how to surrender your money to, like, once again, I'm just getting that energy of, giving your money to something or someone and asking them to, you know, control the money so that you can have this growth, evolving energy within your finances here. The book does talk about research, knowledge, gaining knowledge, all those sorts of things. So, you know, for some of you, you may be choosing to invest in education for yourself, those sorts of things. But overall, I do feel, you know, when we see the book here in a financial career type reading, quite a lot of the time it can talk about people like accountants, you know, financial advisors, you know, traders, those sorts of things as well. So once again, I really am getting this strong, you know, because this is like the bookie kind of energy, you know, not the bookie, like, you know, I'm not talking about actual, you know, far out gambling or anything like that. I'm talking about, you know, legal gambling, like stock trades and investments and those sorts of things. We do really see that sort of energy here. This person's got, you know, all the, you know, checking the books, and they're working out the money and all that sort of stuff for you. So I feel as though this is you choosing to hand the books over to somebody, to get somebody else to sort of go through your finances and really help you, you know, grow and evolve in a positive way for you. Because the third card we have here, Taurus, is the fish. Okay, so the fish really does have that, it's abundance and wealth and finances. Okay, so it's really talking about, you know, growing that abundance and that future wealth for you here. So we're definitely seeing, you know, changes upcoming and the potential to grow your financial situation. But there is a need to surrender and allow yourself to kind of like hand over the reins a little bit here. So even if you are you know, even if you're someone who does, you know, usually handle your own finances and you're quite adept at doing so, there is kind of the advice here that maybe you need someone to sort of give it a second look and see something that you may be missing and those sorts of things as well. Because, you know, I'm getting the energy of you surrendering to someone here. So giving somebody else control of your finances, or it doesn't have to be the whole entirety of your finances, but like I said, you know, an investment broker or something along those lines. So even if that's just, you know, getting someone else to, you know, double check your books, if you have your own business and those sorts of things, getting you know, a financial advisor to come through and just check everything, you know, and make sure you haven't missed anything or you know, missed some loophole that you can take advantage of, those sorts of things. All right, so definitely feeling that the need to surrender control financially to somebody there, Taurus. Okay, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Okay, but we'll move on to Gemini. Gemini, career and finances for Gemini. What's going on for Gemini with career and finances? Relationships and abundance. Okay, so in a career or financial reading, relationships does talk about, we're not looking at, you know, romantic relationships here, unless you are, you know, entwined in career with family or love relationship here. It does say, I'm attracted to those people who serve my highest good. So we're probably looking at, you know, like other employees, your employees, if you own the business, those sorts of things. You know, really working on valuing the relationships that are helping you financially and in your career. Really, you know, focusing on you know, making those relationships more abundant, so that you're getting, you know, I'm kind of getting this energy here, Gemini, of, you know, you working alongside a group of people, and the better the relationship, the more that they're helping you make money. You know, so it's kind of having this really good fallback situation here, that, you know, the more that you inspire the people around you, the more work gets done, the more money gets made, kind of energy. All right, the abundance of finances and good work, basically. So the abundance does say, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in the physical reality. Okay, so that's very interesting energy. Obviously, abundance does, you know, talk about things like wealth generation, those sorts of things. You know, you're limitless. Don't allow anything to hold you back at the moment, Gemini. You've got a lot of abundance potential available to you. So really focusing on manifesting that abundance for yourself. All right, but we'll have a look with the lenormand as well. Gemini, what's going on for Gemini with career and finances? What does Gemini need to know in regard to career and finances? Give and you shall receive, Gemini. We have the flowers coming through first. I do feel as though that's very connected to that relationships energy. The more that you're giving to your staff, the more that you're giving to the people around you that you're having these, working relationships with, financial relationships with, the more you are going to receive back from those same relationships. Okay, so giving as much time, love, energy as you can, and you will be receiving back that time, that love, that energy, that financial wealth. Okay, because a lot of the time there's a really interesting thing that happens with the flowers card in a career reading, and that is that time equals money. All right. And so the more that you're giving of yourself, and it doesn't matter whether it's time, love, energy, you receive back. And it doesn't matter whether it's time, love, energy, or money that you get back, because even just the institution of work in itself, time and energy equals money. So, you do get a lot of give back with that flowers energy there. We also have the anchor coming through here. Okay, Gemini, the anchor does talk about, steady, dependable energy. It's kind of like you can get through anything that's coming your way within career relationships. There is a little bit of energy here of, a tiny little bit of stuck energy. And I feel like that's why we're seeing that abundance card, and it's reminding you that you can manifest whatever you desire. You yourself may just be feeling a little bit stuck, financially or within your career. And it's kind of just reminding you that, it's not that you're stuck, it's that you're steady. It's a dependable, durable kind of energy, a reliable energy. No, what's the, no movement is better than backwards movement in this sort of case. Okay, so you're not stuck, you're just waiting for yourself to manifest the new movement that you're wanting here. Okay, we also have the snake energy, which is very interesting energy. It does talk quite a lot about desire, passion, and ambition in this sort of a reading, and temptation as well. I do feel that there is some sort of temptation upcoming for you in your career or financial temptations. But I'm not feeling that it's a negative temptation. I'm feeling like it's actually a temptation that you should take. You're kind of tempted to do something, and it's kind of like, it's coming through very oddly. It's like a business decision that it's tempting to do this, but you're not sure if you've got enough ambition or passion to follow that. And it's kind of like that I've got a temptation to just change everything, even though, logically you're kind of like, if I went and changed every single procedure and policy, we would have, it would take X amount of time and whatnot to do all this. But I feel like it's a good idea. Okay, so I feel like it's, push your ambition. And it feels like it's just like it's not so much a temptation, but more like an impulse. Pardon me. It's like an impulsive kind of thing where you kind of like, we've been doing something, and it's to do with that stuck energy as well, okay? Because I'm kind of getting the example here. The example I'm being given is that it's like, there's a procedure, that a way we do things within the workplace that, we've been doing it the same way for 30 years. So, the logical solution is to keep doing it the same because we know how to do it. It's been working for 30 years. Why would we change it? If it's not broke, don't fix it, but there's this temptation that you've got this passion that, hang on, I've got a better idea. I know I can do this. I know I can change this. And it actually end up being more effective and if I change the way we do this procedure, yes, we do need to relearn the whole entire procedure. We need to redo this whole thing, but the payoff is actually quite abundant. All right, because I feel as though for a lot of you too, it's connected to that relationships too. It's not about we've been doing it for 30 years this way and this works for us, but there's a way that you can improve the employee relations and ultimately improve this procedure. But it's going to be like, maybe I shouldn't do it because it's like I'm gonna have to change everything. I'm gonna have to, rewrite all these procedures, and everyone's gonna have to relearn all these procedures. But I'm getting that it's actually, you've got enough passion and ambition behind you to do this and have it work in your favor in the long run. So I feel as though this is something that you should be considering. Okay, you're not just, because there's part of with the snake energy there's this something that's telling you, there's this little voice in the back of your head that's saying to yourself, you're deceiving yourself that it would ever work. We've been doing it this way for 30 years. Keep doing it that way. But you're not deceiving yourself. This will work. Okay, so I know that was probably pretty specific to just a couple of you there, but whoever that was for, they needed to hear that because you've got this idea and you've got the passion and the ambition and the drive behind you to make it work. So I feel like do it. Okay, bit random. But you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Okay, but make sure you do leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we'll move on to Cancer. Cancer, what does Cancer need to know in regard to career and finances? Fear and relationships. Okay, Cancer. Fear, that does say, I realize I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Okay, so it's kind of like there's something, it's coming through very heavy with doubt and as though you're like doubtful that you can do something, doubtful that you can have this, that you can be this, doubt that it's kind of mixing with that relationships energy too, doubt that you are have strong enough relationships with your staff, with your co-workers, with your boss, so it's kind of asking you to face your fears here and deepen the relationships that you have within the workplace or the relationship that you have with money. I will need to go into the lenormand and clarify a bit, but that does say, I am attracted to those people who serve my highest good. Because I'm getting a mixed message here. I'm getting that for some of you, this is career, and others, this is finances. But we'll have a look here. Cancer, what does Cancer need to know in regard to career and finances? Firstly, we have the book. Okay, what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing a lot of paperwork. Seeing a lot of paperwork here, Cancer. Because the book is all about like research and, it can be about further education, extra training that you may need in regard to your career, facing your fears and doing that extra training, learning a little bit more about something or how to do something. Learning more, doing your research on the people that you're working with, doing interviews, all those sorts of things. It can also be about, actual paperwork, like the books, going through the books. It can refer to like an accountant type person and a financial advisor, a career advisor, those sorts of things here. and we do see the bouquet, the flowers there. So the flowers really does tell us to face your fears and give your all, because you will receive back. Facing that fear, testing your resolve within this career or money situation for you here. Giving as much time, love, energy as you can will enable you to receive back from all this career or financial situation. Okay. So for some of you, we've got a career situation where I do have with that relationships energy, and then the book, we do have a new relationship, facing your fears and forming new relationships with people who can actually help you within your career. People that can give you extra training, people that can, go through your books for you, give you career advice, all those sorts of things, forming relationships in that sense. For some of you, this is it's still about financials in some sense as well. For some of you, where it is about facing your fears when it comes to money, and that you feel as though you're doubting that you can make more money, you're doubting that you can that you deserve to make more money. I'm getting that doubt coming through strong, but also needing to face your fear and resolve your relationship with money, and really facing what it is about money that makes you sort of fearful that it's kind of this energy of, oh, if I've got money, people will use me and just want me for my money. And there's a fear attached to your relationship with money. There's part of you that's holding yourself back from making more money because you're fearful that, more money, more problems is kind of what I'm getting here, Cancer. But it's asking you to give your all, throw everything you've got into yourself more than anything here. We do also have the letter. The letter is all about communication. So we are seeing, the need to communicate, form these relationships within career, communicate with yourself. Once again, the paperwork aspect coming through strong here. It's signing documents, signing paperwork, allowing people, signing off on extra training, signing off on, an agreement between someone that you're forming this relationship with, a new manager that's going to help manage the business, or something along those lines for a lot of you here. And it's asking you to just give it your all, throw your whole self at it. And, the paperwork is just part and parcel of what's going on for you here at the moment. Facing your fears and communicating clearly with yourself about your financial situation, where you want your financial situation to go, the fears that have held you back within finances as well. Just one more for Cancer. Just one more for Cancer with career and finances, please. Yeah, we have the Stork, Cancer. So embracing the change, allowing things to get stirring up changes within your finances, within your career, trying new things, starting new things, stirring up new energy for yourself here. New ideas, following new ideas, creating, having new ideas of how to do things and following that. Okay, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading. But we will move on over to our Leos. How are we, Leo? Okay, what does Leo need to know in regard to career and finances? Career and finances for Leo. Abundance. Now, that's what we want to see in a career and finance reading. We also have perseverance. Okay, so abundance, that says, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So asking for what you want, starting to, really focus on actually manifesting the things that you're desirous of in your career and your finances. Not being afraid to ask for that promotion. You can manifest that for yourself. Not being afraid to, ask the universe to increase your money. You definitely can. And perseverance with that. Keep on asking. Don't allow anything to stop you and say no to that. Keep on going. Keep pushing. Okay, Leo. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So both of these cards do quite heavily talk about using your, the power of thought to increase things for yourself here, to persevere with techniques like manifestation and things like that to really, using your brain in those sorts of perseverant manifesting type ways to really receive what you're wanting from your career and finances. So using your brain in more ways than you would think here, Leo. Okay, Leo. What's going on for Leo with career and finances? Just clarify those two cards. Clarify the 2 sevens, please. Clarify the 2 sevens. Okay, so firstly we have the ring. Okay, which that in a career and financial reading, that can be very similar to that abundance energy. Okay, because it's all about in, infinite energy, eternal energy, ongoing energies. All right, that there's no end to the cycle. That once you start this cycle of abundance, there's no end to that. It just keeps on going and going and going. All right, so it does sort of talk about cycles. I feel for you here, Leo, that you are entering into this cycle of abundance for yourself, and once you're in that cycle, there's there's no ending that cycle unless you actually stop and break that cycle for yourself. So it's all about recognizing that the patterns and the cycles that you've been in the past with the way that you're looking at your financial situation. I do feel like for majority of you, this is financial situation. The cycles of finances in the past you've already broken that past cycle and you're now entering into this new cycle of abundance for yourself here. Okay, so I feel like that's why we're seeing this message here as well, because when I was saying the 2 sevens, okay, we've got the 7 of spades and the 7 of clubs. So we've got the letter and the mice there. So the mice does really talk about, the past and things that stress you out, things that keep you up late at night and have been sort of eating away at your energy. But for a lot of you, this has got to do with, things, communications from the past, like, things. I'm kind of getting with the letter here that it's a communication card. I do feel for a lot of you, this is, things like, I'm getting that it's like, bills that you owe from the past, and it's like subscriptions that you signed up to years ago, and they're still sort of eating away at your money. So that may be something to look at, that there's something still eating away at your money from the past, and it should be over and done with, but it's not. It's still here taking money from you. The mice sometimes can talk about theft as well. So there's something happening for you financially that, we're trying to break that cycle and move into this new cycle of abundance here. And there may be a need to persevere. I'm feeling that it's like, I'm hearing alimony for some of you, but there's something wrong about it. It's not supposed to be taking that much money off you, or taking that money off you at all. Um, it's like you signed up for a loan like 20 years ago, and you're still making repayments on that loan without realizing that you've paid that loan off like 5-10 years ago. Is what I'm kind of getting here. Or like fines, or you've been paying, it feels like you've been paying something off, it feels like, regular increments of money, like that mice energy. It feels like, this has been going on for quite a while, and something's been taking this much from you, taking this much from you. Like, it's kind of like, and for some of you, it may only be a really small amount. It's kind of like, oh, $5 a month. You don't even notice that leaving your bank account. But when you actually stop and go through all your bank records and you're realizing, hang on, what is that $5 a month even for? I paid that off years ago. And you're realizing, hang on. And you may need to persevere with this issue, because it's going to keep going. It feels as though it's going to keep going, and you need to put in a bit of work to stop this and fix this issue. Because I am also feeling that you're owed, like, it's been taking money off you, but you're actually owed money because of this. We do have that clarified by the Stork, which talks about, like, new ideas, things getting stirred up. So yeah, it's like you need to be this Stork. I feel you need to stir the pot and be like, no, this is not right. I do not owe that money. Why am I paying that money if I don't owe that money? And it's something really small. Like, for a lot of you, it's something really small. It's like, because I'm hearing alimony for some of you, right? And it's like, for example, you're supposed to pay $100 a month, but you're not realizing that you've been paying $101 a month. And so you're actually like, you don't owe anything anymore. You don't owe anything. If anything, someone owes you because you've paid too much for something. And I am also getting that for some of you, it's like a loan that is paid off and you've been paying it still, or a subscription of some sort. Have a look into those things, Leo. It's it's how you really help yourself move forward into this new cycle, because you're realizing, look, I'm not, even if it's only $1 a month, I'm not going to tolerate this. This is not right. It's not right. There's something not right about that money being taken from you. Stick up for yourself with that one, I say, Leo. That was very interesting, but let me know if you know what that's all about, Leo. But leave a comment and you'll go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. But you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Okay, so we will move on over to our Virgos. Virgo, what does Virgo need to know in regard to career and finances? Career and finances for Virgo. Okay, so I'm getting this may be a little bit confronting, Virgo. Firstly, we have purpose. Okay, so that's not very confronting at all. That one says, I know what I'm here to do. So this is letting us know you already have your purpose. You know your inner purpose within your career, your financial situation. You know what you want to do with your career, with your finances. You already know deep within yourself, even if you don't consciously know, because we're also seeing the Death card. And that does say, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So has something already ended, Virgo, or are we knowing that we need to end something within our career or our finances? It's not necessarily, I have to leave my job or anything like that. It may just be, I need to stop putting up with XX behavior from that co-worker or something, you know, it could be something like that, that you needing to put an end to something within career or finances. You need to stop paying for something in particular, you know, because at the bottom of the deck, we do have the peace card as well. So, you know, the death brings peace. So it's very interesting, but there's also, I am getting another energy from this, that for one of you, there is an actual death involved here. Somebody may be, you know, because I'm kind of getting that there's, you know, it's kind of like a boss kind of energy coming through here, that, you know, if that boss were to no longer be in the picture tomorrow, what would happen to the business? Would you still have a job? Would, you know, I'm kind of getting that kind of energy coming through here as well. But I feel like that's maybe only for one of you. But we'll clarify here with the lenormand. Okay, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know in regard to career and finances? So there's definitely something going on, Virgo. But like I would maintain that, you know, when is all said and done, we've got the peace. There's peace underneath all of this, and the purpose. You you know, I'm kind of feeling this energy, Virgo, of as long as you hold strong to what your true purpose is within your career, your finances, you can handle this. Okay, because I am feeling that there's something coming up in work or money. Firstly, we have the cross. Okay, so that's come out with the coffin, all right, which is that death and rebirth. And having those two together, for some of you, this is definitely talking about an actual somebody actually passing. As you know, we all know that the cross symbol and the coffin symbol both very frequently do talk about you know, graveyards and that sort of thing. But, you know, the interesting thing, the coffin and the death energy, there's always new beginnings on the other side of those endings. Okay, death and rebirth. It's not just death. It's not just something ending. There's a new beginning on the other side of that. The cross does let us know that there's quite a few burdens attached to this ending. That there's some sort of, you know, for some of you, that's what you're needing to end, is you need to stop carrying these extra burdens that are not yours to carry within finances, work. I'm not necessarily getting strictly one or the other for you here, Virgo, whether, you know, for some of you this is career and for some of you this is finances. You know, in the example of finances, I'm getting that you're carrying someone, you know, that you're paying, like you're spending money on somebody else, that you're maybe that's what's needing to end. You need to stop carrying this person financially, because I don't feel as though you need to. There's a new beginning on the other side. Just clarify that Ace card, please. Clarify the card 29 for Virgo. And that was in the hidden energy before. So we do see the new beginning, because we have the woman clarified by the ship, and the ship all by itself is a new journey, starting some sort of new journey. For some of you, you may be choosing to travel, and that's the new beginning for you, traveling away from this death situation. It's kind of like, for some of you, it's kind of like, I've done my time at this location. It's time to move to a different, transfer to a different location. For some of you, this is, I need to stop carrying this person financially. I need to just physically move away from this person so that I can focus on nurturing myself. There's a lot of emotions connected with this though, Virgo. But, what I want to say to you here, Virgo, is, at the end of the day, you have this inner purpose within you. You know what's right for you. You know what's right for your highest good. And you know that there is peace underneath it all. Okay. It's going to be uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. Whatever this is that's ending for you within your career or your financial situation, it is going to be uncomfortable and very likely emotional situation for you, and an emotional ending. But there is also this opportunity to have new beginning for yourself and start all over again is kind of what I'm getting, that, to actually follow your true purpose and find that peace on the other side of this. Okay, so it is just feeling as though it is going to be very uncomfortable in the ending factor of this situation for you, Virgo. But whether that be, like for some of you, that may even be the entire job. But for others of you, like I said, transferring locations, ending your time at that specific store or location, ending paying someone else's bills, ending dealing with a certain co-worker's behaviors, ending your boss mistreating you, ending, all those sorts of things. It could be a whole range of things, but there is a clear ending. Something is needing to end or have, so that we can have that death of one thing and a rebirth of another. Okay, but yeah, I am also getting that for one, at least one of you, there is an actual physical death involved here, and that is what's going to be, emotional and make things start changing and moving, and you've kind of forced into a new beginning, because it's kind of, I keep getting that example of, like if something happened to your boss and tomorrow they no longer were there, what would happen to the company? So I kind of feel like for at least one of you, that may be something that's going to happen in the near future as well. But like I said, very uncomfortable. Long term, we're looking at new beginnings and peace underneath it all. So, it's all connected to, this is part of the destiny of how things are supposed to be for you at the moment, Virgo. It's part of your purpose to go through this situation and have to deal with this situation. And, unfortunately, not every single thing in life is awesome and happy. A lot of the time we do need to go through some of the harder ish as well. And it just looks like there is something along those lines coming up for you within career and finances, Virgo. So just protect yourself as best you can in the meantime. All right. So that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Leave a comment. Tell me how much you hated that reading. That's fine as well, but you'll also go in the draw for that free personal reading. I'm just going to take a quick break and then we'll move on to Libra. Okay, Libra, what does Libra need to know in regard to career and finances? Libra, career and finances for Libra. Purple today, acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Because of your worry. Okay, Libra, we have, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Okay, something I say all the time in my personal life is, there's no point worrying about things that haven't happened yet. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. It is what it is, and it is not what it's not. There's no point worrying about it until it happens. So acceptance of the things that you cannot change, Libra. So we'll have a look with the lenormand as well and see what's coming out for you. Obviously, there's something that some sort of concern when it comes to money or your career that has been sort of stressing you out. I am feeling a bit of stress coming from you, Libra. Libra, what does Libra need to know in regard to career and finances? And one more for Libra for career and finances. What's on the other side of that, please? Okay, so firstly, we see the ship. Okay, Libra. So there is, some sort of journey that you're undertaking here. I do feel as though this is, I'm getting a few messages here. So I'm getting, put your worries in, set sail, like let them set sail, kind of this energy of, what is it? It's like one of the, is it a Japanese thing where they put their worries in, they make a paper boat and they watch them float away? I am getting a reference to that here as well. I just don't know the exact terminology or whatever, but that I'm kind of getting that whole idea of writing all your worries down and turning them into a paper ship and setting it loose and setting it sail and watching all your worries sort of float away. So that may be something that may be useful to some of you, to actually do that as an exercise to help release some of the tension and the worry within you, and try to accept that, you can't change the outcomes here of whatever this is. But for others of you, this is sort of starting to undertake new journeys in the way that you deal with acceptance and worry. Okay, so I do feel that it's some sort of journey for you here, Libra. But for some of you, it may involve actual travel. There may be the need to travel for work, or maybe that's what you're worrying about. I want to save up for a holiday, and I haven't got enough money for the holiday I want. So that may be part of the worry that's going on for you as well. It may be involved with some sort of physical, having to travel some sort of physical distance here. So that may have something to do with it. But ultimately, I do feel as though it's just wanting to let us know that it's all part of the journey. Whatever's going on for you here, it's all part of the journey. Looking at life as though it's an adventure, and where is this ship going to take me next, rather than pre-planning every single step of the journey, every single stop you're going to make and whatnot. Sometimes a storm comes up and shifts the ship, down the other stream. It's kind of, I'm getting some really interesting imagery coming through with that. And I keep seeing, the little paper boat, floating down a river. And then, like changing, coming up to different branches, and, you don't know which route it's going to take. And it's like, ooh, where's this going? I feel like that's why, this acceptance about the things you cannot change. You can't change the flow of a river, just because you want your boat to go down the left side. Sometimes the boat goes down the right side, and you have to deal with that once that happens. I am also seeing we have the masculine, and that's come out with the whip. Okay, so this might be what you're worrying about as well, because we do kind of see here the masculine energy. I do feel for a lot of you, this is actually talking about somebody else around you that you are in some sort of conflict with financially or within the career. The masculine, quite a lot of the time, is somebody who's very non-emotional. They don't allow their emotions to show. But you're in some sort of, this is, I'm feeling that it's it can talk about a few different things, but I'm feeling that for majority of you, this is talking about a conflict, like an argument with somebody. With the masculine there is the need for you to try to think about, have this argument logically and rationally, rather than allowing emotions to sort of take control. Especially with this person, I feel like this person is a very non-emotional, very logical, rational type person, and kind of like you're having to meet them on the same playing field. You're having to come from a very rational, logical mindset if you want to argue with this person. person, you know, have this conflict with this person because they don't seem to understand the emotional components of the argument. So you're needing to bring more logic into your argument, okay? So there is definitely, you know, I do feel there's some sort of fight or, you know, it just feels like a verbal argument, to be honest here, some sort of conflict that you and somebody are having. We also have the snake energy here as well. So it kind of shows us that there's an underlying passion and ambition. There's a reason that this, you know, on the other side of this argument, it's kind of like understanding that this argument has only come about because you're both so passionate about your point of view, and you know, there's a sense of ambition, understanding the ambition of the other person, and you know, the true desires of the other person. This is partly why we're having this conflict, because there's a misunderstanding at this point. Because the hidden energy on the bottom of the deck, I do have the letter followed by the clover. Okay, so that kind of tells us that with clear communication, you know, luck will be on your side and things will work out. You know, good fortune will prevail in the short term here. So, you know, it does feel as though there's a need for very clear, concise communication, and it does need to be in a very logical, rational kind of way. You know, but it does appear that, you know, this conflict is going to happen regardless. You know, so maybe that's definitely where a lot of you are worrying, because you can't control the outcome of this. You need to accept that this person and you are on different pages. You have different opinions. You have different passion and ambition when it comes to sorting out this problem. You know, within whether it's career or finances. It's not clearly showing me whether it is career or finances. You know, it may even be too, once again, you're having differing ideas on where this journey is going, or you know, where that holiday should be too. One of you is saying, oh, we need to just do the cheap holiday, whereas the other one's like, no, we need to do the luxury holiday, and that's where the fighting is happening. But you know, whatever's going on there, Libra, clear communication seems to be the answer for you here. Very rational. Try to be rational and logical, not non-emotional. All right, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading, and we'll move on to Scorpio. Okay, what does Scorpio need to know in regard to career and finances? Career and finances for Scorpio. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Okay, and I had this card for Virgo, but it doesn't feel quite as dramatic for you, Scorpio. We do have the Death card coming through. That one's all about learning that endings are merely beginnings, that with death there is always rebirth. Okay, so something, you know, your inner voice telling you that something is coming to an end within your career or your financial aspects, and trusting that. That allow that to end, because there is a brand new beginning on the other side of that for you here, Scorpio. But we'll have a look with the lenormand as well. Scorpio, career and finances for Scorpio. Okay, and one more. Career and finances for Scorpio. One more, please. Firstly, we have the snake. Okay, so this is quite similar to Virgo's reading, in some senses. It's like an alternate viewpoint maybe of Virgo's reading from maybe somebody else's point of view. So if you are involved with a Virgo financially, or in your career heavy Maybe you want to check their reading as well and see what's going on their side of things. It's not, I'm just getting similar energy. It feels like it's maybe the same situation, but just from different viewpoints, or different ways of doing things, different possibilities. Firstly, we have the snake. So the snake, I kind of do feel for you here, Scorpio, that, the snake is your card, but it's not coming through very strongly with your energy. It's feeling like somebody else around you that is actually being a little bit deceptive. Okay, sometimes it's deception through omission, not telling you the full, the full story, the full repercussions of something happening. But we do have the whip coming through next, so we do see that somebody's deception, for lack of a less strong word, it doesn't feel as strong as full out, trying to lie to you or be, into like not intending to be, negative. It feels like it's more along the lines of, they're just not telling you the full truth. They're just deceiving you in some kind of way, that they're, but it leads to some sort of conflict, some sort of trouble, tension, between you and this person. Or, it could be, it may not be a person as such. It may be like, I am getting this energy that this deceptive energy, may be more along the lines of a corporation. Okay, so it's kind of that energy of, the deception is that they're saying, oh, we care about our employees. We always want to do the right thing by our employees, but do they really? That's kind of what I'm getting. And then that's leading you to some sort of conflict, or I'm also getting the example too that, the business, they're saying, oh, we always try to do the right thing, we would never try to scam anyone, but then you kind of find out, hang on, they feel a bit scammy. It feels like they're deceiving people, because it's reminding me of, like, I used to work for a company, okay, that I ran the call center with this company, and it was very much there was a time when it came to the end of this job, and then I was asked to come return to this job, and I kind of felt like, do you know what, I can't do that job anymore, because I personally felt that, it wasn't that we were deceiving people, it was just that we were convincing people that the product was something that they definitely needed, when it wasn't really something that, it's not a life or death situation where you have to have this, otherwise, it wasn't, and it did feel a bit, it just got to a point where I realized that my morals were like, I don't want to be selling this to people when it's, like, I feel as though we're making out that it's a bigger issue than it actually is, and that we can, come in and solve this issue that, we're kind of making up a little bit. We're not really, but like, because it was a full legitimate business and everything. It was actually a really lovely company to work for. And I still am in contact with some of the people that I met through that job. And I was there for 6 years or more. So I'm definitely not saying anything against that particular business, but it was just kind of that energy where, after a while I just realized, I just can't do this anymore. It's just not matching my personal morals, ideally, and I just can't do that anymore. But for you, it's kind of leading here to some conflict, and it leads you to a decision-making point. All right, we have the road there, the crossroad, and so it does feel like for a lot of you, it's leading you to this decision-making point where you're, I do have the scythe coming out after that as well, where you're kind of choosing to make some sort of sudden, unexpected change, potentially break away from something, ending something. So I do feel as though, for some of you here, Scorpio, it's that kind of energy where you're choosing to, in the long run, you're like, this is just not sitting right with me, and I'm choosing to, break free from that energy that's not sitting right with me. I'm going to listen to my inner voice and allow an ending to become a brand new beginning for me. So, but I don't want to go ahead and say that you're leaving a position or anything like that, although, for some of you, that's kind of what I'm seeing here, that you may actually be choosing to end something in order to find your new beginning. But, with the crossroad, it's very important to remember there's multiple paths that you can take here, and free will exists. It's your decision at the end of the day. But, ultimately we see that trust energy. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So it's your own inner voice that you're listening to here. Okay. It's not, me on YouTube telling you, oh, you might choose to leave your job. It's your own inner voice that you're listening to, your own decision, your own free will, being the paramount choice maker. Okay. But that's sort of what I read what I see, guys. So that's what I've got for you. You're more than welcome to leave me a comment. You'll go in the draw for that free reading. Check your other placements as well. But we'll move on over to our Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, how are we? What's going on for Sagittarius with career and finances? Career and finances for Sagittarius. Humor. Okay, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So, really relying on that inner humor and bringing that around for yourself at the moment within your career and your finances. I do sometimes I get that energy with that particular card. I get that energy of, if I don't laugh, I'm going to cry kind of energy, that, finding the lighter side of anything, even the harder stuff sometimes is, it's kind of that, of course, that sarcastic humor coming through a little bit there. But ultimately, Sagittarius, we have success as well. So I know that there is no greater goal than to loving yourself and finding that humor, finding the positive elements and the happy elements and the things that make you smile. So whether that be, the smallest little things about, oh, it makes me smile. I've got, I have this workmate who always makes me laugh and brings me back to a good mood. Really focusing on those positive elements within financial or career for yourself, and that's going to help you bring around your own success here. But we'll have a look with the lenormand. Sagittarius, career and finances for Sagittarius. Luck is on your side, Sagittarius. We have the clover. Okay, so that's short-term good luck, things working out in your favor. Okay, it's a very positive career card and financial card as well. So, pick a four-leaf clover and you'll have good luck. And luck is definitely on your side at the moment. It does also let us know that it's safe for us to take a bit of a risk. The risk that we see with you here is the fox energy. Okay, so taking a chance on, focusing on yourself, focusing on your own sense of independence, your own survival within your own financial situation, within your career situation. I do feel for majority of you, this is within your career situation. Okay, so really focusing on how do I survive? What do I do in order to survive within this career? And, because the fox energy, it's kind of like that used car salesman where they'll tell you all the really good things. They'll tell you what you want to hear about the car. And it's like, it's a great car. It's a beautiful yellow car. It works, it goes really fast. It's really good car. And you'll get a lot of money. You get a lot of petrol for the money. But, you drive the car for a few weeks and you're like, they didn't tell me about this in the, this clunking noise in the boot. So it's kind of that energy of telling people what they want to hear, telling people, whatever you need to tell them in order to, make sure you're putting yourself first and you're looked after first and foremost. So, you know, some people can read it as a little bit manipulative, but it's not really manipulative when it's when you're only focused, like when it's your own survival. Like if you don't put you first, who will? So it's not necessarily a deceptive manipulative energy. It's just that sort of car salesman energy where it's like they want to get the sale, so they're going to tell you what they need to tell you to get the sale. You know, so it's kind of like you doing that at the moment, being very independent and strong and fierce and looking out for your own needs, first and foremost, taking a chance on yourself, before anyone else, putting yourself first for a change, I feel. We also have the tree. Okay, so once again, that's all about you yourself. So putting yourself first, definitely at the moment, Sagittarius, within your career. You know, don't be doing things for the greater good of the company. Be doing things for the greater good of yourself. All right, your self-care, taking care of yourself, and you know, focusing on your own growth and healing and education and all those sorts of things. Your own maturity and wisdom will guide you at this time. All right, focusing on your own success. Once again, I just keep getting this energy of focusing on your own success, not the success of the company as much as your own success. It's putting yourself first for a change, I feel here. And also, you know, bringing in that humor, that sense of humor, like and the happy, positive vibes that come with, you know, having a giggle at the company's expense. Sorry, that sounded a bit dodgy, but that's what we have for you, Sagittarius. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading. We'll move on to Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn, career and finances for our Capricorns. What does Capricorn need to know in regard to career and finances? There's a bug in my room. You probably can't even see it. It's just a tiny little mozzie. Annoying. As long as it's not biting me, we're all good, okay? We have the success energy, Capricorn. Don't we love to see that for you, Capricorn? Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. All right. So love what you're doing. Love making money. Love your success. You know, I do feel, you know, there's a big achievement here, Capricorn, some sort of achievement. We also have friendship. Okay. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So a friend may actually hold a clue at the moment on how to gain more success, more achievement. You know, there may be a friend that, you know, is in your life for a specific reason to help you learn more about a particular financial thing, a career thing, give you a career opportunity. So there's definitely a friendship influencing you at the moment with career and finances, but we'll delve into the Lenormand and see if we can work out what's going on with that. Okay, Capricorn, career and finances for Capricorn. Just clarify that center card for Capricorn, please. Clarify that center card for Capricorn. Oh. Okay, well, and then clarify the third card. Clarify the third card for Capricorn. Is that connected to the friendship? Clarify that third card for Capricorn. Right, okay. Firstly, we have the house energy. Okay, so the house is all about security and stability. So, I kind of do feel as though security and stability is on the table for you at the moment. We see success. We do see you being quite secure and stable right where you are, Capricorn. Everything, everything within you yourself is, no movement is better than backwards movement is kind of what I'm getting here. That um, you're more secure than you feel like you are. You're more stable within your career and your financial situation than you necessarily think that you are. The reason I'm feeling that you yourself are not aware of this is because we do have the whip coming through, and that's clarified by the clouds. So the clouds is all about your way of thinking. So your way of thinking is you're thinking that you're thinking along the terms of tension and frustration and self-punishment and self-conflict. So you're very conflicted and you're clouding your own judgment here. You're making yourself, like, you may feel as though you're not as secure within your career or your finances as what you actually are. So I feel like the reality is that you're stable and secure. You have success on the table. You have stability and security on the table here. But this is what's going on in your head. This is you, Capricorn, saying, "Oh, I'm just not good enough. I'm beating myself up here." This is what you're doing. You're beating yourself up. I'm not making enough money. I'm not successful enough. It's kind of like the way that you're thinking about yourself is putting you into some very sort of clouded judgment about your true reality state financially and career wise here. I keep getting that you're kind of beating yourself up quite heavily here. You're putting you're fighting with yourself about, I'm just not doing good enough. You're overthinking things and leading yourself to anxiety because it's kind of like you're going down this train of thought here, Capricorn, where it's like, oh, I'm just not working hard enough. If I worked harder, then this and this and this and this and this, and you're overthinking too many things, and it's just confusing you even more, and you're not actually able to see that you are kind of stable at the moment. Everything's kind of totally stable for you here. You're beating yourself up for no apparent reason, Capricorn. So maybe, I'm just kind of getting this energy of, sitting in yourself and accepting that, I am more secure than I feel like I am. Like, stop beating yourself up about the coulda, shoulda, woulda, didn't things. Sort of maybe having some gratitude for what you do have. Not so much of this focusing on what you don't have, because that's what that feels like. That feels like focusing on all the things I don't have, I haven't achieved yet. I don't have a successful with this or that. But you're sort of forgetting about all the success that you do have and that you have achieved already. All right. And then when it comes to that friendship energy, I am getting, from what I'm seeing here, I am getting that this friendship energy where it says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. This may not be somebody who's currently in your life. This may be somebody who has been in your life in the past. All right, because it does say in my life for a reason. So we have, when it comes to that reason and friendships, it's like we have friends who are in our life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. All right, so you probably know which friends are in your life for the whole life, like for your lifetime, and the ones that are going to stick around and be there for you when times get tough, as well as the good times. We all have a pretty good idea of who those people truly are for us. But there's friends that are in our life for a reason and a season. as well. So the friends that are in our life for a season, we probably already know who those ones are as well, because they come into our life quickly and disappear just as quickly. The fair weather friends. But then the ones that are in our life for a reason. The reason, there's a specific reason that person is in our life. And I feel like for this person for you, it's to kind of teach you something. Or they have taught you something, and you're kind of reflecting back at this friendship, and it's making you realize something here. Because we do have the fox, which was clarified by the tower. So the tower does talk about, the past, and it also talks about the foundations that we're creating within our career and our financial situations, where the fox is all about, independence and self-survival, self-sufficiency. And it's very much that energy of selling ourselves. I feel like what's happening here, Capricorn, is, especially with you sort of in this energy of beating yourself up energy, I keep hearing you're selling yourself short, which is something that would come through with that fox energy. You're selling yourself short. You're not seeing how much success you already have. You're not seeing how much you have done this by yourself, because these are both very solitary energies. So this is kind of like, I feel like you're comparing yourself to somebody from your past, and and this is the lesson that you're needing to learn from this, is that when you look back at that friendship and you see how well they did in their career and how far ahead in life they are, stop and look at who they had around them. Because you did this with nobody around you. You did this by yourself. I'm kind of getting this energy here, Capricorn, that everything that you have got, you got all by yourself. You did that all by yourself. You built that tower all by yourself, brick by brick. That you did what you had to do to make ends meet and focus on your own survival. And you've done it all by yourself. This is Capricorn independence 101. All right. So every single success that you have earned is worth 100 to what it's worth for somebody who has had, family, friends, financial backing, putting them through into that same position. Every success that you have gotten has been hard earned by you and you alone. I feel like that there's a specific friendship that you're comparing yourself to. For some of you, you're comparing yourself to somebody within your career or, even within your friendship groups. And you're kind of saying to yourself, how come I'm not as far in my life as they are in theirs? How come I haven't done as well in my career as they have in theirs? And that's why. It's because you have done it by yourself. This person may have had, financial backing. They may have had, a whole team of people helping them out. Everything you have earned, Capricorn, you have earned all by yourself. Stop beating yourself up and actually just stop and realize this. This is the lesson that it's coming through as that there's a lesson that you're needing to learn at the moment. And that is about recognizing that they didn't do this, you did this. If they had to do everything the way that you've done everything, do you think that they would be anywhere near where you are now? I don't think they would be, Capricorn. Stop beating yourself up. All right. I'm a Capricorn as well, guys, and I'm very much a very independent person myself too, which is it can be hard sometimes because it's like you're fighting against it, and sometimes it's very hard to even ask for help. I get it. But, we've done it all by ourselves. No one holding our hand, guiding us how to get our own success. Every success that we have earned it. the hard way, the tooth and nail kind of way. All right. So just stop and stop beating yourself up and start realizing that, Capricorn, and give yourself a pat on the back, guys. You've done well. Even when you're trying to tell yourself that you haven't. I can hear you. I can hear it right now. All right. I can hear you saying it's but it's still I'm shit. No, Capricorn. No. Congratulate yourself for where you've come. How far you've come, all right? You're more than welcome to leave a comment. Leave me a comment, Capricorn, and tell me, what success you have made in your life that you are grateful for. Okay, we're going to focus on the gratitude, not beating ourselves up-ish, all right? So tell me something you're grateful for. I'll give you double entries into the competition, guys, if you tell me something that you're grateful for. But you're more than welcome to check other placements as well. Okay, Aquarius. Career and finances for Aquarius. Worry, Aquarius. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And then we have humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. This is straight up. I do get this quite often with this humor card, Aquarius, that, it's no point worrying about it. It's going to be what it's going to be. It could be worse. I can't help but laugh because, if I don't laugh, I'm going to cry. I feel that for you at the moment, Aquarius. You're worrying about something so much that, laugh about it. Laugh about it. Find the lighter side of it and laugh about it. Even if it's a sarcastic laugh, things could always be worse. All right? So there's no point worrying about things that haven't happened yet because they could always get worse. The more that you worry about things, the worse it could get. Okay, so I am getting that here, that you got to try to find that lighter side of things at the moment. Otherwise, things are just gonna snowball out of control here. But we'll have a look here, Aquarius. Aquarius, what does Aquarius need to know in regard to career and finances? Career and finances for Aquarius. Whoa. Career and finances for Aquarius. Seeing a lot of really positive energy for you here, Aquarius. Because the hidden energy I've got here, I've got the snake and then the house. So it's kind of like, this is what's under the surface, is that you're deceiving yourself and telling yourself that I'm not stable, I'm not secure, but you are. That's a deceit. The stability and security, you are secure and stable, but you're deceiving yourself, telling yourself that you're not. Because what I've got here, firstly, we have the Star card, which is all about your dreams, your desires here within your career or your finances. We've got, your desires, the things that you want, the things that you wish for, the hope, the optimism. But it actually came out reversed. So it shows me, once again, you're deceiving yourself. You're telling yourself, I can never have that wish come true. I'm going to worry. I'm going to worry instead of being hopeful and optimistic. Because, with that on the table at all, it lets us know that, there is reason to be hopeful and optimistic here, but you're allowing your worry to reverse that card and trying to reverse it and saying, oh, that's never going to happen. I really desire this, but it's never going to happen. The more that you tell yourself that, the more that you worry about that not happening, the more that you are actually manifesting that energy. All right, so it's very important for you at the moment, I feel, Aquarius, to, bring in the positive energy for yourself, renew your hope and your optimism, because the more that you're, I just keep getting this same thing about, the more that you're worrying and the more that you're telling yourself it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen, the more you're actually manifesting it not happening. Okay, so start manifesting, this is going to happen. I know this can happen. You just need to change your mindset a little bit here, Aquarius. We also have the birds, okay, which is a conversation. I feel like that conversation is with you yourself, sitting down and having a big D&M with yourself about how can I manifest this in a positive way? How can I, how can I give my all to this? How can I stop worrying and give my all and return this into a positive energy? We have the flowers there, which is all about giving energy, giving your all. All right. Some of you, sometimes with that bird energy, it can talk about a therapist as well. So for some of you, I am getting that worry coming through and the anxiety quite heavy. Some of you may want to talk to a professional about, hang on, how do I give this proper try? How do I give my all? How do I follow my dreams here? How do I, some of you may want to talk to a professional about that. But we do, with the flowers, it's reciprocal energy as well. So the more time, love, energy, the more positive energy we give out to the universe, the more we receive back. So once again, it's that manifestation energy where the more that you are manifesting positive, the more positive you receive. The more that you're manifesting that worry, guess what you're going to receive. Okay. So really needing to focus on swapping around from the worry and concern and doubt into positive hope, optimism. All right. It seems to be mindset for you at the moment, Aquarius, whether that's career or finances. All right. But more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading. And we'll move on to our Pisces. Hey, Pisces. What does Pisces need to know in regard to career and finances? Career and finances for Pisces. Orange energy for you today, Pisces. We have regret. I know that I cannot change the past. I feel like this is money for a lot of you. Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. I'm getting this energy here, Pisces, that I'm seeing this example of two people being given like $100 and you, one of the people, going and spending your money straight away, buying something that you need, buying, I don't know, a microwave. You need a microwave, so you go and spend all your money on a microwave. The other person holds on to their $100 and they go and put it in the bank. And, 5 years from now, they've got $500. So they can afford to go and buy a new microwave and, some other stuff, some new clothes, some Louis Vuitton. Seriously, if that's you, if there's a Pisces out there who's envious of someone because someone is wearing brand name stuff, no, you need to check yourself on that one. I'm just hearing that for one of you there, because I got that Louis Vuitton message. I don't know why, but it's just, don't be envious of that person having Louis Vuitton. I don't know why that's coming through. And it came through very forcefully that you need to check yourself. Sorry, that wasn't me, Pisces. Whoever that was for, universe wants you to check yourself, and that came through pretty forcefully. I know that I cannot change the past. You can't change the fact that you went and bought that microwave. You did the best thing that you could do at the time with the information available. That other person might have gone without a microwave, and they had to only eat certain food. They weren't able to eat pizza pockets for a year because they didn't spend their money on their microwave, whereas you sitting there in pizza pocket luxury. Do they call them pizza pockets in other countries? I don't know. I'm talking about those the bread. It's pizza filling, and it's like a little bread roll thing, and you chuck them in the microwave, and they're actually really good. We used to get them when I was a kid, and we called them rounders, is what we used to have at school canteen. It would be rounders and pizza rounders, and they were like, you can't even get them the same anymore. They're nowhere near as good as those ones from, back in the day when I was young. Pizza rounders. I don't know why that's coming through. Regret. I've obviously got some Pisces in me where I'm regretting I can't get me pizza rounders, all right? But, geez, they were good. But, yeah, there's some regret and envy, Pisces. It does feel like it's financial rather than career. But we'll have a look here with the lenormand. Pisces, what does Pisces need to know about career and finances, please? Clarify, please. It's so interesting, Pisces. We do see the star card. Something that you wish for, desire, something that you had hope or optimism that you would obtain. So this definitely could be career for some of you here, but it's like you had a wish or a desire for something. Oh, okay. Okay, this is what it's telling me. The next card we have is the ring. And it is telling me this is more connected than I initially thought. The desire was that you wanted to break the cycle. The thing that you were wishing for was breaking the cycle, was having a better relationship with money. But all you're feeling that it's all obstacles and hard work. And, we have the mountain there as well, which is obstacles and delays. You're feeling like you can't break out of this cycle, that, no matter how much you wish to do better financially, that you're stuck in this financial cycle. And that the cycle itself is the obstacle, the delay, that you're feeling like you just cannot break this cycle. That, I'm getting, for some of you, I am hearing overspending, and that's where we're getting some of this regret, that we're buying things and then, regretting buying things, because then we become envious that, oh, since I bought that, now I can't buy this. I am getting this weird energy of that too, that you're in this weird cycle of buying, and I bought that, so now I can't buy this, and you're just feeling as though you're stuck in this cycle of spending money on the wrong things. For at least one of you, it's spending money on a relationship that you desired. You're spending money on somebody, a relationship. You've spent a lot of money on a relationship. that maybe didn't work out or didn't work in the way that you wanted, or it's like you've been investing a lot into this previous cycle that you've been stuck in, and you've invested a lot in the past, and now you're hitting this obstacle of, damn, I can't change that. I can't go back and take the money back off that ex. I can't go back and not buy those things that I bought because, now I've used them and worn them and whatever. And then we've got it clarified by the sun and the key. Okay, so there's something you're not seeing at the moment, Pisces. There's more success to be revealed. There's more opportunities that are going to be revealed to you with the sun and the key here. The key is very well placed for career and financial readings because it's all about success. And the sun is all about happiness. So happiness and success, but it hasn't been revealed to you yet. You haven't been able to see. It's kind of like you're looking back at the past and the things that you wanted in the past and being envious of other people, that you're not allowing yourself to reveal to yourself that, hang on, I'm in a new cycle now. I'm not actually stuck halfway up this mountain. I'm nearly at the top of this mountain, and at the top of this mountain is the achievement, is the new opportunities for success. And, when I get to the top of the mountain, that's when everything comes out into the light and I can see my way clear. So it's kind of feeling like there's just a little bit more work involved here, Pisces, in, breaking free from, the past and the regrets of, I maybe have spent too much money in the past, regretting that I didn't spend it on this instead of that, that I maybe spent money on a relationship in the past, but also this energy of, because it's not coming through as outright envy. It's kind of like envy of my position. It's like I was in a better position in the past and I effed it up. And now am I ever going to get back to that position where I, all my actual desires are going to come back around? And yes, they are, Pisces. Yes, you are going to get back to that position. It's just going to take a little bit more perseverance and determination, a little bit of hard work, and then everything comes out into the sun and you're heading straight into success. So ultimately, a lot of positive energy for you here, Pisces. It's just a matter of stop looking backwards. I kind of feel like you're almost at the top of this mountain and you're looking back down the bottom thinking, oh, I'm never going to get to the top of this mountain. You're focused on the bottom of the mountain, even though you're halfway up. It's that glass half empty kind of thing. You're looking at it like it's half empty when it's actually half full, and you're almost about to climb over that mountain and come out into the sun, and the potential new opportunities for you with your finances and your career are about to be revealed to you. But if you're so busy looking back in the past, you're not going to see them. All right. So that's what I'm getting for you, Pisces. You're more than welcome to check your other placements. Leave a comment if you want to go in the draw for that free personal reading. And I'll see you all again soon.